All right, we're back here. I want to say a special thanks to our stage sponsor right over here on the left, my left, Spillway Bar and Grill. Find yourself in Bowling Green looking for some good eats, baby. That is the place to go. I know how, because I've been there. Speaking from experience, and I'm going to tell you what, we've got a man right here with a lot of experience. Songwriter extraordinaire. This guy has written hit songs for more people than we have time to mention. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Ghent.
All right, thank you. This is for Hal Bruni, who wanted to make sure he got to hear this. So here we go, Hal. Lord, it's easy dreaming, falling in love with you, but it's hard as dying, knowing these dreams won't come true. And tonight, as I lie here, sleepless without you, and I think on the sweet love we knew, Lord, that ghost from the past sets me dreaming about you and starts that old flame up anew. And it's y'all can sing along if you want to, by the way. And it's easy is dreaming, falling in love with you, but it's hard as dying, knowing these dreams won't come true. And I should be letting my poor heart forget you and start getting over the fall. Oh, but I'd rather keep you right here in my dreaming than never to have you at all. Here we go, and it's easy as dreaming, yes it is, falling in love with you, but it's hard as dying, knowing these dreams won't come true. Just knowing these dreams won't come true. This highway's an old friend from long ago, when I knew no tomorrow, rolled with the flow. How I got back here sometimes I don't know for certain, but I got this dream burning inside of me. Might sound like freedom, but Lord, I ain't free, 'cause I know what I'm leaving, and you'd best believe it haunts me. See, I thought I'd got over my lust for the road. Now I've got a home where I never go, and I'm just a voice at the end of the phone. Hello, 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 one life's hard enough, but when you live two, it doubles the hell you have to live through. And Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do about her. And this white line gets longer the further I go. Bright lights and late nights with nothing to show but this truck that needs fixing before I move on to the next show. And it used to be easy to pack up my bags, step on the gas, Lord, and never look back. I must be getting old. I'm losing my knack for forgetting. And I thought I'd got over my lust for the road. Now I've got a home where I never go, and I'm just a voice at the end of a phone. Hello, 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 one life's hard enough, but when you live two, doubles the hell you have to live through. And Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do about her. No, Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do without her. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My daddy was a Gandhi dancer, blowing on answers, yes he was, high on ideals. He made a life for us kids and his wife, driving spikes and ties down a ribbon of steel. And it was I, the apple of his eye, or perhaps the man inside me. Daddy never knew who broke his heart, and oh, it hurt to watch his dreams die. You see, he had high hopes for me, as I have mine for you. And someday you may do things I can't understand, why I've done quite a few in my time. Why I was as crazy in my father's eyes as he was an old man in mine. My life's flying like wind whipping by a storm's eye. Just yesterday a baby cried, today you're all but grown. Why, I'll dream my dreams for you, you'll do what you have to. And no matter what you choose to do, you know I'll always love you. And someday you may do things I can't understand, why I've done quite a few in my time. Why I was as crazy in my father's eyes as he was an old man of mine. My daddy was a Gandhi dancer. Perhaps some of his answers weren't right for me, but he made a life for us kids and his wife, driving spikes and the ties down a ribbon of steel. In the name of shameless promotion, we just happen to have this little shirt here that says, I was as crazy in my father's eyes as he was an old man in mine. And anyone who wants one of these and is crazy enough to wear one, we've got them right over there, right next to where Buck is located. So we got those, and we also have 4 albums here. We have this one here with my baby picture that I made in Hollywood in 1967. And then in 1972, Norbert Putnam and I worked on an album together, and this was selected by the New York Times and the LA Times as one of the best 10 albums of the year in 1972, which guaranteed it didn't sell. Subsequently, I left the major label, started my own label, and I cut this, which is a real country album. And actually, this is one of the best country albums I'm ever going to make in my life. And I actually cut it with a bunch of guys in Boston. They're laughing. Believe me, those guys could play. They could really, really play. And this has like Easy as Dreamin' and Back That Way You Came and a bunch of things of mine that you've heard other people do, including Whiskey Whiskey, which I will do later. And then the last one here is a thing called Retroflect, and this is 12 songs that all came from Greenwich Village during the 1960s, 8 of which I wrote and 4 of which were written by people like Tom Paxton and Tim Hardin and actually Chris Christopherson, who I knew from Greenwich Village before. He used to come see me in Greenwich Village before I ever came to Nashville. He used to go, come on down to Nashville. I go, dirt roads, pal. But I finally did come down. And I loved it, and then they turned around and turned it into a big city. Lord, I picked enough cotton to dress half the world. It's breaking my heart to see my little girl running around in a hand-me-down, 'cause I can't afford to buy them fine dresses downtown. And Mama looking old at 23 from working at the mill while she's waiting on me. That ain't the way it's gonna be, 'cause the mud of Mississippi gonna set us free. Big money gonna rise up in the springtime. Lord, write us down. Oh, the New Orleans, I can't go on just a living on dreams. And I don't care if I have to swim, oh Lord, I ain't gonna work no cotton gin. Just gotta get us out of this town. Come on, Big Muddy, don't you let us down. All right. You've been looking at the pictures in the magazines of them uptown lady down in New Orleans. And just wanna look, and it's clear to me that the kind of lady you was meant to be. Big money gonna rise up in the springtime. Lord, write us down. Oh, the New Orleans, I can't go on just a living on dreams. And I don't care if I have to swim, Lord, I ain't gonna work a no cotton gin. Just gotta get us out of this town. Come on, Big Mother, don't you let us down. All right. Thank you. February 14th, 1983, and I can feel the doctor's heart breaking for me. He couldn't bear to speak the words he knew he had to say, 'cause they confirmed our greatest fears on Valentine's Day. And the tears welled up in my eyes. Terror gripped my soul. I watched the future fade away and heard the church bells toll. I swore myself to silence so word wouldn't get around. But Ma, she told Miss Reba, and she's told the whole darn town. On Monday morning, beneath the knife, I sacrificed my pound of flesh to the tiger deep within me, feeding at my breast, relentlessly stalks me, robs me of my rest. I can feel him breathe, his wretched breath that reeks of death, but I won't give up. No, I won't give in. If there's a chance for life, and that's one fight I have to win. And with my back against the wall, I'm standing proud and standing tall and fighting with all I have to give, 'cause I want to live. I woke to hear the congregation as they bowed their heads in prayer. My family, friends, and neighbors all were gathered there, and they didn't hold much hope for me. Had little more to say. Than to pray the Lord my soul to keep on that gray and somber day. And Lord, I pray someday I'll go to heaven. Heaven is beautiful, I'm told. But right now I'm only 27. And my 8-year-old still needs a loving hand to hold. Then doctors work their magic, and the scars began to fade, all except the ones inside my head that I see to this day as they fan the flames of doubt that cover all that I believe. And make me ask, who could or would want damaged goods like me?
They just put one of them in my bag.
But I won't give up.
Keep that wind
No, I won't give in. If there's a chance for life, then that's one fight I have to win. And with my back against the wall, I'm standing proud, standing tall, and fighting with all I have to give, 'cause I want to live. Thank you. That's called Libbys Song. I wrote it with the cooperation of a young lady named Libby Bishop, who was a breast cancer sufferer. She's also a survivor. So here's a song I wrote about 45 years ago. I wrote it for David Allan Coe, but I didn't realize it. Oh, Mom and Dad, they never had more than they could use. Scrimped and saved through their days to give us food and shoes. There was Brother Bill and Sister Jan, then came the youngest one, and that was me, who grew to be the Yankees' rebel son. They'd always planned I'd be a man of learning, not of toil. I should cultivate my thoughts rather than the soil. But to their dismay, I ran away with little school undone. They cursed the day when I became the Yankees' rebel son. And on a farm, tumbling down to the rocky Rhode Island ground, I know they pray that I'll be saved from this dangerous way I've found. And I'm sure I've done a thing or some they'd look upon with dread, written through a page or two that's better left unread. All the same, I can't complain when all is said and done. Life's been good like they prayed it would to the Yankees' rebel son. To the Yankees' rebel son. I got a letter this morning. Started, son, how you been? Can't you use a pen? Ain't heard from you since can't remember when. Your ma fell sick this spring. It's taken every cent we had, and I'm afraid she'll be leaving soon. Signed, your loving dad. I know they think fame and fortune have gone straight to my head. I'd break their hearts to tell the truth about this life I've led. Many times I've tried to write and say I'm doing fine. I throw them letters away, 'cause to this day I can't stand to tell them lies. And Mr. Pawnbroker, this guitar's the only thing I own. And sometimes she's been the truest friend I've ever known. Lord, I hate to lose her, but I need another 5 to take me back to Wichita and kiss my mom goodbye. And as I spoke, I saw a tear forming in his eye. I hadn't even noticed they was streaming down from mine. He looked at me and said, "Now, son, this here guitar ain't worth a dime." And he reached into his singles drawer, slowly counted 5. Why, he hadn't told me nothing I hadn't known right from the start. He wasn't paying for my guitar, he was paying for his heart. He said, "Son, if I've been fooled today, may Satan judge your crime. But if it's true, I hope that you make it home in time." And Mr. Pawnbroker, this guitar's the only thing I own. And sometimes she's been the truest friend I've ever known. Lord, I hate to lose her, but I thank you for this here 5 to get me back to Wichita, to kiss my mom goodbye. Lord, I'm going home to Wichita and kiss Mom one more time. pick it up just a little bit here. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you something. I'm going to screw Gary up because Gary asked me for a set list. Gary, I'm veering from my set list at the moment because somebody wanted to hear something a little bit Cajun, and somebody else told me earlier that they were having an anniversary. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I've got a song about an anniversary, and it's also a little bit Cajun, and it also just happens to have a little bit to do with moonshine. Well, cheers, my dear, to another year since the day I made you mine. And we danced and sang and the guitars rang way down by the Mason-Dixon line. And I was all decked out in denim, and you had a big straw hat. Lord, your daddy, he fell off the wagon, and your mama, she was on my back. And oh, how the moon shining down from above lit the night with a soft warm glow. Oh, we had enough moonshine of our own. Yes, we did, to keep it lit up down below. And Buddy, he's by that fireside with a wide smile twice as warm. And Lucille, she's in the kitchen while she's just fixing up a storm. And all the kids are itching to sink their teeth into the feast. Why, me and Sweet Jean can't blame them, Lord, we're starved, to say the least. And oh, how the moon shining down from above lit the night with a soft warm glow. Oh, we had enough moonshine of our own to keep a little down below. Then we all raised up our glasses, Lord, a toast of a health to make, just in time for my young bride and I to cut the cake. All the laughter and the chatter, Lord, it sure does feel right, for dancing and romancing, Lord, long into the night. And oh, how the moon shining down from above lit the night with a soft warm glow. Oh, we had enough moonshine of our own to keep lit up down below. Woo-hoo. This is a little song that I wrote. I was about 15 years old at the time I wrote this song, and then a few years later, Cass Elliot ended up cutting it. And it goes like this. When no more raindrops can fall from the sky, all the mighty oceans have gone and run dry. And when the summer sun's just as cold as the snow, that's when I'll love you, babe, and that's how you'll know what a bastard, huh? Oh, I'm only saying all this to make you feel bad. Whoa, you could have been the best love that I'd ever had. And then one day you turned your back on me, and it's just sour grapes a-talking, 'cause you've hurt me, don't you see? Next time around we'll do that in 72-part harmony. Now when just one key can open each and every door, when God and Mother don't mean nothing anymore, and when the seeds of life, let's see, when there's no fighting on any foreign shore, That's when you'll know that I want you back once more. They're sending the drones, but I'm only saying all this to make you feel bad. Must be a major label conspiracy. She could have been the best love that I ever had. And then one day you turned your back on me, and it's just sour grapes a talking, 'cause you hurt me, don't you see? Now when every generation of children is grown, all of man's ideals have been overthrown. And when the seeds of life are no longer being sown, that's when I'll need you, babe, and call you my own. All right, here we go. But I'm only saying all this to make you feel bad. Oh, you could have been the best love that I ever had. Then one day you turned your back on me. It's just sour grapes a talking, 'cause you've hurt me, don't you see? It's just sour grapes a talking, 'cause you've hurt me. Oh, don't you see? I did Cass didn't do the yodeling part. God bless her wherever she is. Oh yeah, I wrote this other, there's something else here. What was this? There's a thing about whiskey. You know, one day Chris Christopherson was going into the studio to cut, and he couldn't think of a damn decent song, so he did this one. Oh, geez, a little bit of the sunshine just before the rain. A little like this quiet night, for the cold wind came. She's a little bit like the weather. I never know when she's gonna change. She's a part of my heart and a whole lot of my pain. Whiskey, whiskey, my old friend, I've come to call with you again. Milk of mercy, please be kind and drive this feeling from my mind. Oh, don't you know, somehow a smile floated me the day began. She'd take away this mask of gray, Lord. Let the sun shine in. But now I find that I've been blind by the cold and wintry wind. She disguised behind her eyes, oh Lord, what a fool I've been. And whiskey, whiskey, my old friend, I've come to talk with you again. Milk of mercy, please be kind and drive this feeling from my mind. Thank you. Here we go. Oh, Daddy was a post sharecropper. Mama was a showing signs. The drought was getting worse. The clouds wouldn't burst when Daddy left to find work in a coal mine. And Daddy, he cussed that Alabama sun and looked off down the road. There ain't nothing gonna grow if we don't get a Mississippi rainstorm. It's cold, isn't it? And Daddy said, Mama, you know I hate to leave you here alone, 'cause there ain't much of nothing in the flour, and there's damn little meat on a bone. And Mama said, you know I love you. I'll be so proud when my time comes. And all the time you're gone, we're gonna pray for a Mississippi rainstorm. And then one dark and cloudy night, thunder began to roar. The pain got closer and closer, and the rain began to pour. And Mama wrote a letter to Kentucky. She said, Daddy, come on home. Oh, your Alabama son had been born in a Mississippi rainstorm. Oh, Mama wrote a letter to Kentucky. She said, Daddy, come on home. Your Alabama son had been born in a Mississippi rainstorm. I'm a wild man in an old Ford van, breaking down from shore to shore. We're playing the same songs here for nearly 30 years. I guess you heard them all before. And I just got back from Houston. Lord, I soaked myself in Texas soul. I cut my teeth on country. Lord, I love to rock and roll. And I'm as tired as Rip Van Winkle. Lord, I'm as horny as a toad. And I just had me a drink or three to ease the tension from the road. Roll me like the reefer, honey. Won't you light that pipe and let's get stoned? It's so good to almost see you. Won't you take me drunk? I'm home. Won't you take me? Won't you take me? Yeah, won't you take me? 'Cause I'm an old school folkie. I said I'm a hobo poet, don't you know? Oh, I keep them wheels drums are rolling, Lord, and let that music flow. And I'm as tired as Rip Van Winkle, Lord, I'm as horny as a toad. And I just had me a drink or three to ease the tension from the road. Roll me like the reefer, honey. Won't you light that pipe and let's get stoned? It's so good to almost see you. Won't you take me drunk? I'm home. Won't you take me? Won't you take me? Yeah. Won't you take me? Whoa. Won't you take me, yeah, won't you take me? Drunk I'm home, take me drunk, honey, I feel like I'm home. Here's to the boys and the girls who first viewed the world through the pictures in Life magazine. Hitler was gone, Daddy came home to Mom when we'd fried out the skies in the east. And old Blue Eyes crooned as the baby boom bloomed. Some marched to the chant and the bomb. But the songs that we sung were ones we'd begun when all us old folkies were young. And the world was at peace until at least I was 3, or perhaps even 4, when a force from the north knocked at the door, and my brother marched off to the war. And the blood that he spilled on Pork Chop Hill still chills my veins to this day. For life just begun was over and done when all us old folkies were young. And my eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. Lord, he's trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. Oh, he lived his life for freedom, then he died by the sword. And my tear-dry eyes opened wide at the sight of our neighbor's 5-inch TV screen, where cowboys would ride and heroes could fly across the sky with the greatest of ease. And the cameras whirled as we hopscotched the world to places known only in dreams. And Mama would hum to the songs Kate Smith sung when all us old folkies were young. And I was riding my bike, Lord, most folks liked Ike. Daddy said he'd ended the war. But his running mate didn't share that same fate when his checkered past came to the fore. With wife Pat at his side, he cried as he lied, defending his right to be wrong. things were not as they looked. No, he was not a crook when all us old folkies were young. Oh, shake, rattle, and roll, Lord, I've just danced a hole through the soles of my new blue suede shoes to a rhythm that swelled from some place in hell till the whole thing raged out of control. When the kid curled his lip and swiveled his hip, the world rocked to records from Sun, and the old folks were glad this was only a fad when all us old folkies were young. And oh, how we cried the day Camelot died in the back of a black limousine. Lord, that Dallas street boiled, and the whole world recoiled at the earth-shaking sight on our screen. Was it a plot, or was it not? The answer might never be known. Ah, the tears filled our eyes as we bid John goodbye when all us old folkies were young. And we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Then came a new king. Lord, how his voice would ring from that high mountain top he had seen. And turning his cheek, Lord, he would preach his dream of peace so serene. Ah, but came that sad day, April 4, 68. James Earl Ray lay in wait with his gun. Oh, he'd brought us together, but was silenced forever when all us old folkies were young. And 58,000 fell in a South Asian hell in the name of the red, white, and blue. Like a festering sore, some relive that damned war day and night, their whole life through. As back home we came, some addicted, some maimed, heroes all, when all's said and done. And us folks over 50 still dream of the 60s when all us old folkies, outlaws, hippies, and soldiers, when all us old folkies were young. Sing it with me. Glory, glory, hallelujah, glory, 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 hallelujah. His truth is marching on. His truth is marching Thank you very much.
There ain't a dry eye in the house after that one, is there? Tom Ghent, thank you, sir. Thank you for all you've done.